start with a march in place, pulling the knees up towards the hips, arms activate your sides. So just marching and elevating the knees up a little bit higher than you normally would if you were to go for a walk. So kind of a high knee march here. And think about opposite elbow next to opposite knee at the top. So you got this rule of opposite pattern working here. Excellent. Next move that we're gonna do, either step or jog forward and then reach opposite hand down towards the opposite foot. You might just tap the shin, back pedal back, and then repeat. Of course, you could just walk through this. So take a couple of steps forward, drop the hips. Again, reaching opposite hand down towards the opposite leg or even the opposite toe. I'm gonna maintain good posture as you drop. Excellent work. Jumping jack coming up next. We can either hop the feet or step the feet from side to side, pulling the arms up over the shoulders. So in and out with the feet, up and down with the arms. I want to think about having soft, quiet feet. So if you're on the second level and you had like neighbors down below, you'd want to be as quiet as you can. So that's just a cue to think about for this move. Nice, soft, quiet feet. In and out with the feet, up and down with the arms. Last 10 seconds on the jacks. Option to speed it up if you wish. Three, two, one. Time. All right, we've got a stepping pattern coming up next. Imagine you've got a line in front of you. You're going to take 2 steps over, 2 steps back. Over, over, back, back. Over, over, back, back. So just small steps, not giant steps here, just covering a few inches. Over, over, back, back. Once you've kind of dialed in the pattern, you can experiment with speeding it up a little bit. Again, try to stay on the balls of the feet. And notice which leg you're leading with. So I'm leading right, left, right, left, right, left. Let's switch. So switch your lead leg. I'm gonna go left, right, left, right. Over, over, back, back. Soft, quiet feet. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Good, karaoke step is next. So our grapevine, step behind and then step in front. Just working with the room that you have. If you don't have a lot of space, you can just shorten up your steps. And again, you can either walk through this one, so you can walk through it, that's fine. Or if it feels all right, you can speed it up a bit. You gotta listen to your body. If something feels sketchy, it is sketchy. Side to side. Just a few more seconds with this one. Excellent, that's good for that one. Next move is a stepping skater hop, or stepping skater. We're gonna shift our weight from side to side, elevate this back foot, balance, and then shift back. We're working side to side, shoulders are forward, like you were ice skating, or speed skating. Work for another 10 seconds here. You've got the option, if you'd like to take it, to turn this into a hop. Again, that's just an option. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Hug a knee to the chest. Pause for a second. Switch sides. So knee hug, alternate side to side. Once you get a couple reps on each, after you hug the knee, we'll take a giant step out. Dip the back knee into a forward lunge. Step back and then switch sides. So knee hug, come up on the other toe, giant step, dip the back knee. Both toes are facing straight ahead, so hips are squared. Think vertical front shin as you drop into that lunge. Excellent. We'll step back and twist next. So right leg is going to step back, reach the right arm to the sky, and then gently rotate to the left. Come back to the top, feet together, and then same thing on the other side. So step back with the left hand up, gently rotate to the right, and we'll repeat that one more time. on each side. Terrific. Wide stance, 10 toes facing ahead. We'll shift our weight from side to side. Bend into the leg you shift towards. The other leg straightens out. So 10 toes facing straight ahead. Hips go back. Feel a stretch in the groin. And we'll just work side to side. Excellent. Windmills next. Hands to the center. Open up one hand to the sky. Follow your reaching hand with the eyes. Alternate side to side. We'll get a couple on each. Think about rotating at the upper back. Lower back is stable. Very good. Let's make our way to a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Press 10 fingers into the ground. We'll roll the shoulders in a circular motion, activating the muscles around the forearms and the wrists. Once you get a few revolutions in one direction, switch it, we'll go the opposite way. Same thing, going the opposite way. Excellent. Let's come back to this tabletop position. Bird dog. Reach opposite arm, opposite leg, get long and strong, and then control back to the center, switch sides. Go alternating side to side. Point the back toe down towards the ground. Excellent. Back at tabletop position, curl the toes, pike the hips, take a look back at the feet, and we're in downward facing dog. One heel to the ground, bend the other knee. Alternating side to side. Good, let's glide the shoulders over the hands. By the way, you're welcome to come to the knees for this. Step the right foot outside the right hand. So you can either leave that left knee elevated or even drop it down to the ground if you need to. Take the right arm, open up and touch the sky. Get long. Follow that reaching hand to the eyes. Nice. Right hand down inside the foot. Left arm reaches up. And now we'll wrap the hands around the front foot. Drop the back heel down or drop the hips back and straighten out for a hamstring stretch here on the right. Good. Let's start this over on the other side. So left foot steps outside the left hand. Drop the left elbow down towards the ankle. Then open up the left arm to the sky, getting long across the chest. Very good. Left hand down inside the foot. Right arm reaches up. Get long. And now wrap the hands around the front foot. Sink back, straighten out the lead leg, hamstring stretch. Very good. Let's come on to the feet. We've got some balance next. We're going to balance on one. Hinge forward, reach the arms ahead, and then hinge back to a standing position. Bring the feet together, and then switch sides. So balance and reach, alternating side to side. About getting nice and long. Feel a stretch in the balancing hamstring. Trying to maintain good posture up top. Terrific. T's and Y's, feet together, hips back, chest forward, open up, make a T with the arms. Very good. Same position. Reach up and pull back. We'll make a Y. Trying to maintain good posture. And now from this position, arms extended up over the head, and then pull the hands to the top of the shoulders and reach. Pull and reach. Pull the shoulder blades together. Feel the upper back activate. Good. Stand tall, some circles forward, 3 or 4 reps, and then circles backwards with the arms, 3 or 4 reps, and we'll get our squat progression for our last move on the stretch. Hands to the sky, fold to the hips, reach down towards the toes, drop into a squat. See if you can keep the full foot on the ground, reach up, and then stand up. Toe touch, then squat, reach, stand. A couple more reps on that one, and then we'll get, we'll move on. All right, stretch what you need to stretch. We're gonna start in about 30 seconds with our next sequence. We've got a low lunge coming up next, so we're gonna get into a squat position. So from this squat position, we're gonna step back, reverse lunge, come back to a squat position, and repeat. So kind of it doesn't have to be a full-on squat position. We wanna maintain good posture, but we're gonna alternate reverse lunge here. Now you can always come up to the top if you need a break. If you're starting to lose your posture or lose your form, you can always come up to the top, reset, and then repeat. Otherwise, a lot of time under tension. We're holding this half squat position, alternating lunge from side to side. Time for this one is coming on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So good half squat position. Step back, think vertical shin in front, bring the feet together. We're alternating the leg that we step with. Alternating side to side. We'll work for about 15 seconds longer. Of course, you can always end early if you need to. Think about mastering the mechanics, so best technique you've got. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time terrific. Okay, we're gonna make our way to a plank position next. So we're down on the forearms. Star plank is the name of this next exercise. So we'll be in a plank position. We wanna maintain good posture. We're gonna tap, reach the right arm ahead, and then tap the left leg. So rule of opposites here. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. So the leg just taps out to the side. If that tap was too much, you could always just hold the classic plank for this pattern. 3, 2, 1, begin. So reach and tap, control back to the center, and repeat. Balance a shoe on the back, so stay tight at the midsection. Imagine pulling the belly button up to the spine. Again, master the mechanics, the best form you've got. You could always just dial in that classic plank if the reach is too much. Let's work for another 10 seconds. Of course, we can end early if you need to. Three, 2, 1. Time. We're going to drop into a prone position, so just laying down on the floor. Option to set a towel or something on the forehead if you feel like this is bugging the neck. Otherwise, reach the arms ahead, engage the glutes, lift the knees, pull the hands to the top of the shoulders, and then extend out. So prone position, pull and press. 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Pull the hands to the top of the shoulders, elbows and forearms are kind of pulling away from the floor to activate the muscles of the upper back. So reach and pull. Again, if something feels sketchy, be sure to modify or take a break. Reach and pull. Feel the upper back work here. Another 15 seconds, and then we'll go right back to the top. Reach and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Terrific. We're back on our feet. Half squat position. Step back, dip the back knee, bring the feet together. Again, you can stand up and take a breather if you need to, especially if you feel like your form starts to fade. Round 2 underway in 3, 2, 1, begin. So time is on. Again, don't worry about counting. I will keep the time here. We're working for about 35 or 40 seconds with each move, and then taking 25 to 20 seconds to transition. Vertical front shin, maintain good posture. Alternate the leg that you step back with. Full front foot pushes into the floor. Got another 10 seconds here, stay with your technique. 3, 2, 1. We've got about 20 seconds to transition to our plank with the reach. Of course, you can start early if you want, or you can start late. Challenge by choice. Make it about you. It's really all what you make of it. Planks coming up in 3, 2, 1. My time is on. So again, reaching opposite hand and tapping opposite toe. So that toe just steps out to the side. Hand reaching in front of the shoulder, trying to maintain a good steady posture at the lower back. So we don't want to be twisting a ton. So see if you can avoid rotation by engaging the abs. We don't want to rotate around the lower back and the hips. Of course, we could always come back to a classic plank if you need to drop to the knees. That's an option as well. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, next move, prone position, pull and reach, time on, in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Think about squeezing the glutes. See, can you elevate the knees just an inch off the floor without pinching the lower back? So we don't really want to feel a pinch at the lower back. If you do, just drop the knees and focus on the upper back. Think about pulling the forearms and elbows away from the floor. So upper back is working, press, and then pull in. Don't forget to breathe. We'll work for another 10 seconds with round 2, and we'll have one more round after this. Three, 2, 1, time. So we're back to our feet. We're going back to that half squat position, reverse lunge. You're welcome to start early. If you're ready to rock, don't let me limit you. Otherwise, my time is coming on in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Reverse lunge, bring the feet together, alternating side to side. Think about pressing this full front foot into the ground. Maintaining good posture at the torso, so we don't want to hunch over too much, and we don't want to hyperextend at the lower back. We want to have the best posture we can keep at the torso. Of course, you can stand up in between reps if you're needing a little extra breather. Otherwise, embrace the challenge and good technique. 7 seconds to go on this one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll take 20 seconds to transition to our plank with a reach. Again, you can start early if you're ready. Otherwise, reset. We want to get the best quality with each set. My time coming on in 3, 2, 1, begin. Brace the midsection. Imagine pulling the belly button up to the spine, but we're not holding our breath. So practice the difference there. So engage the abs, but continue to breathe. We're opposite hand, opposite toe reach. Imagine you've got an object balanced on the lower back. Trying to keep it there. Resist the rotation. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. And last move here, prone position, reach and pull. Squeeze the glutes if you can elevate the knees. Reach ahead, pull back in. Start early if you'd like. Otherwise, my time coming on in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So reach ahead, pull back in. Reach ahead, pull back in. Think about pulling the arms away from the ground to activate the muscles in the upper back around the shoulder blades. Glutes are tight. See if you can elevate the knees just an inch, but again, if that feels sketchy on the lower back, you just let the feet drop. Let's work for another 10 seconds. We'll take a quick water break after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Excellent work. A virtual fist bump for you. Grab some water. We'll take a minute off. First block down, we've got 2 more blocks to go. While you're taking a break, hip thruster is our next move. A lot of y'all are familiar with this one. So for the hip thruster, we're gonna lay on the back, relax the back of the head and the shoulders on the ground. Feet are up by the hips. And then we're gonna push through the heels, elevate the hips without overly extending at the lower back. So we wanna make sure that we maintain good posture. So think about pulling the front of the rib cage down towards the belt buckle. So we don't wanna flare at the chest. Hamstrings and glutes are working here. You've got the option, if you'd like, to do a single leg hip bridge. Okay, so I'll call halfway. If you do want to choose that tougher version, go for it. Otherwise, 2 feet down, dial in the pattern. Halfway will be called, so you got the option to go single leg. I'm going to go 2 legs. 3, 2, 1, begin. Push through the heels, extend the hips without flaring the chest. So bridge up, control back. Think about really pressing the heels down into the ground. Hamstrings and glutes are working to push your hips up. Think about exhaling as you push your hips up towards the ceiling, controlling as you come back. That's halfway. If you are doing the single leg version, switch sides. We'll work for another 10 seconds here. Again, hamstrings and glutes working. 3, 2, 1. Side plank is next. You can go from the knee. So if you are going from the knee, you can just stay there. Option to elevate, we're gonna raise and lower the top leg. We could go from the feet as well if you'd like a bit of a tougher version. So we're gonna add the abduction here. So we're gonna raise and then lower that top leg. At halfway, we'll switch sides. 3, 2, 1, begin. So side plank position, raise and lower. Again, you could drop to the bottom knee. If you do, try to keep the hips up. And of course, you still have the option to elevate and drop that top leg. Think about maintaining good posture. You're sturdy as a rock. The only thing to move is that top leg. That's halfway. That's halfway. Let's transition to the other side. So same thing on the other side. Raise and lower. Of course, you have the option to leave the bottom knee down or stack the feet for a tougher variation. Whichever variation you choose, prioritize technique. Strong shoulders, strong obliques, strong hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, we'll finish off this set with a squat sequence. So we're gonna start with a classic air squat. Drop the hips and then get tall. I'm gonna call switch. On the switch, we're gonna go to a pulse. So all the way down and then halfway up, and then I'm gonna call hold. So we'll squat, full range of motion, pulse, hold. So just listen to my call. We'll work about 15 seconds of each move. 3, 2, 1, begin. So a classic squat to start. Get low, get tall, stack the ribs right over the hips at the top. So think vertical plank at the top. Knees are out as you drop the hips. We don't want to let the knees buckle. Let's transition to the pulse now. So now we're just pulsing. All the way down, halfway up. All the way down, halfway up. So we're keeping some tension on the quads, hamstrings, glutes. 4, 3, 2, let's hold. So it should be a bit of a burn here. Of course, if it's too much, you can always come up. Otherwise, try to embrace the challenge for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Terrific. We're gonna transition back to the floor. So we're back to our first move, the hip bridge. So you got the option to go 2 legs, or you could go with 1. I will be calling halfway. Time on in 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Bridge the hips up and then control them down. Exhale as you bridge. Think about pushing through the heels without overly extending at the lower back. Again, imagine the front of the rib cage rolling down towards the belt buckle. Feel the abs engage. That is halfway. So if you're doing the single leg version, switch sides. Again, you have the option to be doing your single leg version here. We want to feel it in the back of the thigh, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Let's work for another 10 seconds. Use your breath. Exhale on the way up. 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, we're moving to our side plank pattern next. If you'd like to start early, again, for any of these moves, you can. Otherwise, my time is coming on in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So time is on for this one. So you have the option to stack the feet and bring the hips up, or you could drop the bottom knee. Either version, we want to keep the hips off the ground. Up and down with that top leg. Torso is just steady as a rock. The only thing to move is that top leg. 3, 2, halfway. Let's transition to the other side. Same thing on the other side. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it to our feet. So we're going to go through that full squat pattern. Squat pulse, squat hold, shake the legs out. If you're ready to rock, you can start with the classic squat. Otherwise, my time coming on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Drop low, stand tall. Knees out as you drop, push the full foot into the ground. Trying to maintain good posture. Use your breath. Exhale on the way up. 3, 2, let's transition to the pulse. Not coming quite all the way up. Maintaining good posture. Halfway up and then back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold. Knees are out, full foot in the ground. Mind over matter here. Embrace the challenge in the best posture you've got. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. And we're going to have a kind of a quick transition right back to the top. You're welcome to take an extra breather if you need to. Otherwise, we'll get back into the bridge or single leg bridge in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Push the heels into the ground. Feel the hamstrings and glutes work to elevate the hips up towards the ceiling. Pull the belly button to the spine and brace the midsection. Plenty of breathing. That is halfway. So if you're doing the single leg version, switch the leg that you're working with. Quality reps. Think of it as a practice. Really focus in on the muscles that we're working, so hamstrings, glutes, as well as the abs to maintain good posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. And we'll transition to our side plank next. We're down on the forearm. You could stay with the bottom knee down, lift and raise the top leg, or we can stack the feet. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Again, the only thing to move here is that top leg, the abduction up and down. Otherwise, you're just sturdy as a rock. Imagine being flush against the wall behind you at the torso. That is halfway. Let's transition over to the other side, and time is on for the other side. Moving up and down. Stay with the best technique you've got for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Squats coming up next. Finish out this block. We'll get a water break after we complete this squat sequence. My time on in 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. Drop low, stand tall. Drop low, stand tall. Again, take breaks if you need to, but don't let me limit you, so you can always start early. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's transition to the pulse. So knees are out, just pulsing up and down. Strong quads, great posture. 3, 2, 1, let's hold. So just holding, Maintaining the best posture you've got. Full foot pushing into the floor. Knees are out so you keep the elbows off the knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Excellent work. We've got 2 blocks complete. 1 block to go. Grab some water. We're taking a minute off. Stretch what you need. Shake it out. Take a couple of deep breaths. And we've got 1 more block to go on the day. While you're resting, I will show you our first move of this last block. Single leg balance with a T pulse. So we're gonna make, like we did in warm-ups, we're gonna be doing this T pulse pattern. We've got the option to elevate this back foot without letting the shoulders drop underneath the hips. We're just maintaining this position, so a little bit of balance here. Now, if the balance is throwing your posture off, just kickstand that back foot. So the torso isn't quite parallel to the ground, it's just slightly above that. Pull the shoulder blades together, we're just pulsing up and down about 8 to 10 inches. Halfway, we'll switch sides. So single leg balance with a pulse, listen for the halfway. Again, you're welcome to kickstand that back toe. 3, 2, 1, begin. A little bit of balance here. If you're doing the foot elevated version, think about extending that back heel towards the wall behind you. Shoulder blades pulling together. Maintaining good posture. 3, 2, halfway, switch your balancing leg, stay with the pulse. Pull the shoulder blades together, so arms are just elevating about 8 to 10 inches, and then get long with that back leg. Point the back toe towards the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. So we've got a couple of options here. Next one, just high plank to down dog. So working back and forth like we do in yoga. Now, if you'd like an added challenge, we could do our chaturanga in yoga. So glide forward, chest comes through the arms, move to your upward facing dog, and then press back to downward facing dog. So you've got this option, if you wish, a bit of a higher intensity option. So you're welcome to just work back and forth, high plank, down dog. Time on in 3, 2, 1, begin. Don't rush through, get mobile, and stay strong. So again, we could just be working from this high plank position, back to your down dog. Down dog, hips are piked, heels are pressing towards the floor, working back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, last move of this final block here. Dead bug with the option to elevate the shoulder blades. Imagine a string pulling your nose towards the ceiling. We're gonna alternate extending your legs. So we're gonna press with the left leg, the other knee is bent over the hip, alternate side to side. We get the option to extend the arms behind you. We're gonna add a challenge now. If that's too much, we could just relax the back of the head and the shoulders on the ground, pull the belly button to the spine, and we'll do our classic dead bug, reach opposite arm, opposite leg. Time on for this one in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So you got the option to go to your hollow body position, dead bug. So hollow body position, elevate the shoulders. That's a really tough move. Keep the lower back pressing to the ground, feel the upper abs work. Now, if that's too much, just relax the back of the head and the shoulders. But think about taking the arch away from the lower back, so pull the belly button down towards the spine. Get long and strong, don't forget to breathe. Feel the abs work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's transition back to our feet and we're back to the top. So single leg balance with the pulse. Option to kickstand that back foot. Time on for this one in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Pull the shoulder blades together. So we're just going to elevate maybe 8 inches up and down. So shoulder blades working, kind of this pulling pattern. Again, you can kickstand that back foot if the balance is throwing your posture off. 4, 3, 2, 1, halfway. Get nice and long. If you do have the leg off of the floor, really think about extending that back heel towards the wall behind you. Staying active at the shoulder blades, maintaining the best posture you've got. 4, 3, 2, 1, time. High plank to down dog transition. Just transitioning back and forth, getting a nice stretch there. Option to go through the full chaturanga. 3, 2, 1, begin. So high plank, you're stacking the shoulders over the hands, and then down dog, pike the hips, press the heels towards the floor. Of course, at any point you could just drop to a child's pose if you need an extra breather. Think of it as a practice, listening to your body. Challenge is great, but pain is not. So if you feel pain, make sure you're modifying or taking an extra break. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Terrific, dead bug to finish out round 2. So we get the option to just relax the back of the head and the shoulders, or tougher option, imagine a string pulling your nose up to the ceiling, feel the upper abs engaged. Should be a challenging version there. Time on in 3, 2, 1, begin. So as we're extending the leg, think about just getting that heel a couple inches off the ground. So we don't want to be way up top. That heel is just a couple inches off the ground. Real important here, think about pulling the belly button down to the spine so we're engaging the abs. So we're using the strength of the abs to resist extension, that excessive arch at the lower back. Don't forget to breathe. Think exhale as you extend the leg. Really pull the belly button down in towards the floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go back to the balance. Balancing on 1. Extend the leg behind you or kickstand. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Pulling shoulder blades together, just working up and down. Get long, really check in with your posture, make sure that we're maintaining good form. 3, 2, halfway switch the balancing leg. Again, you can always kickstand that back toe. Feel the shoulder blades work. Maintain your posture. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. We'll transition. High plank, down dog. Coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Just working back and forth. Get mobile. And then get strong in this high plank position. Of course, you've got the option to go through your chaturanga. If you wanted to sprinkle in a little more challenge, you could try the full chaturanga with a push-up. Of course, if that move is not for you, take it away and just work the high plank down dog. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's transition to our dead bug position. Put knees over the hips to start, extending one leg at a time. Opposite arm extends behind you. Of course, you got the option to try to elevate the shoulders, hollow body. That's a real tough option if you choose to take it. 3, 2, 1, begin. Really focus on pulling the belly button in. Feel the abs engage, but don't forget to breathe. So practice that balance, excuse me, that balance of engaging the abs tightly, but not holding your breath. Getting long and strong. 15 seconds to go, and then we've got a 1-minute finisher, which is a classic plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. 60-second finisher, classic plank. We're just gonna be on the forearms, dig the toes in, and we're just holding for 60 seconds, and that's our finisher. 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. So forearms are down, shoulders are right over the elbows, dig the toes in, brace the midsection, really think about that practice of engaging the core, but continuing to breathe. Stay tight. Think about tightening up the glutes and the quads. We are coming up on halfway, so we're 30 seconds to go on the day. Finish line in sight. Dial in your technique. If you feel like your form starts to fade, you can end early. Otherwise, embrace the challenge and the best mechanics you've got. 15 seconds to go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Terrific work. We're gonna get right into a stretch. We'll take a couple minutes just to stretch and breathe. Otherwise, you're done with the hard part. Let's make our way right to a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. A couple of cat camels, arch the back, and then hammock the spine. Think about exhaling as you look back at the knees. Inhale as you hammock the spine. Good, bring the heels to touch, knees out wide, drop the hips back, and we'll reach the arms ahead, and we'll find a child's pose for a couple of breaths. Good, let's transition onto our side. We've got a quad stretch, heel to butt, press the hips forward. Think about squeezing that top glute to extend the hips, find a stretch in the hip flexor and the quadricep. And take a couple deep breaths. Well, let's transition to the other side. So top foot is up at the hip. Extend that hip flexor forward. Breathe. Good, let's transition onto our back. We're gonna set the right foot on the left knee. So pretzel position, if that's enough of the stretch, stay right there. Option to progress the stretch a little bit, take the hands, thread them through the left thigh, pull the thigh towards the hip. Keep this top foot flexed. 2 deep breaths. And then transition to the other side. Left foot on the right knee. Thread the hands through the right thigh, pull it towards the hips. 2 deep breaths. Good, let's drop the feet down. You can relax the arms at your side or set one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And let's take 3 or 4 deep breaths. Really try to drive air down towards the belly, the side body, the lower back. See if we can use this breath to get back into a nice relaxed state. We can move on with our day. Inhale, good vibes in. Exhale, bad vibes out. And when you're ready, we'll transition to a tabletop position. Curl the toes, pike the hips, pedal out for a couple of reps. Stretching the lower leg, and then slowly walk the hands to the toes, bend the knees. Curl your way up to a standing position and give yourselves a hand. Excellent work, everyone. Virtual fist bump. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns. Otherwise, stay strong, stay well, stay in touch, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.